A lot of Gen Zs and Amma 2000s are now making close to about 5 to 10, 20, all the way to 50,000 Rand per month on Airbnb without owning any property.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No boys.
Is this a real business? Does it really work? You don't need any capital whatsoever to start this business. It sounds too easy, right? It sounds too good to be true. It could be. So we're going to look at all the pros and cons of starting this business. Are you thinking of starting your own business on Airbnb? Maybe you got a few properties that you also want to lease out on the Airbnb and the booking.com app, and you don't know how to get started. But is it really possible? That's the question we are going to answer in this video. So do me a favor, hit me with a like.
I like you.
Just a like. You don't even have to comment or dislike if you hate this video, but give me some feedback so I know that you like this type of content. Let's get into the video and let's discuss all of this. How to start a business, a whole business, Airbnb business with no property. Let's go. Let me start by saying yes, this is a real business. You can make a lot of money on Airbnb or even booking.com. There's a lot of apps where you can list this by. It all depends on your target and budget. These two things are very important. Now, I'm going to give you 3 ways of how to get started. First thing is first, location, location, location. Your location has to be right in order for you to make money, to be lucrative. So places like Maboneng, Cape Town by the beach, Randburg, Sandton, I can go on and on, but your location has to be right. Even Soweto by Vilagazi Street, if your house or your room or apartment is not far from Vilagazi, these are the type of places you must look to. Now think about who is coming to sleep at your apartment or your Airbnb. Think about that type of person. Are they bougie? Are they backpackers? Are they students? This information is very important, because if it's a student or a backpacker, you're not looking to spend that much. But because if it's a students or backpackers, you're not looking to spend that much. Usually backpackers and students are travelers. They want to go out at night or they want to explore during the day. So you're not looking to spend that much in your room that you're renting out or the one that you're leasing out. Now, these are the 2 different ways that you can actually start your Airbnb business. If you're gonna go for the luxurious side like this, then you're looking to lease out this type of apartment. That is going to cost you. So if you're gonna lease out this type of apartment for 4,000 to 5,000 Rand, you're not definitely going to get backpackers or travelers to this apartment. Or use your cottage at the back. Now, these are the ways that you can start for free. Lease out your room, lease out your apartment, or lease out your cottage. That means you own those properties. Let's talk about if you don't own the properties and you actually want to get started. What you have to do is get a short-term lease. You need to tell the landlord what you're doing, or find someone who is struggling to get tenants for their apartments to lease it out to you. That way you're transparent and the landlord or the owner knows exactly what you're doing. This is gonna be hard. Don't be fooled. This is the hardest part of actually starting this business. Unless the owner or the landlord is your friend, your boyfriend, your uncle, or your aunt. But if it's someone that doesn't know you from a bar of soap, it's going to be hard to convince them unless you start off a lease. With a lease, this is the good news actually. With the lease, you can pay it off every month. I'm going to make an example. If you get a nice place that you can furnish yourself, sit down, do the maths. Maybe you're paying for an apartment for 2.5 and you are charging per night 500 Rand. You just need to host 5 times just to cover the rent. And then let's say another 2 times just to cover the coffee, tea, or just the small utilities that people would need. After that, it's a home run. Think about it. If it's 30 days in a month, how many times you need to host to actually see it cashing in? If you're going to do this, probably when you're first starting, you have to get your hands dirty. That means that you have to be the one that is puffing the pillows, the one that comes and checks if the tenants are okay or the next tenants are okay, or even clean. This is daunting, but it's okay. Don't panic. All you have to do is start with the first property. Get your first property, learn the ropes, and take it from there. From there on, you can move to nicer apartments like this one. Start charging from 1,000 all the way to 2.5. Yes, this is possible, and I've started again with my journey. So I will be here just to give you guys tips and tricks for free, of course, but I'm also starting and I want to see this journey go through. So yep, it does work and it will work. Let's just get started. Who's joining me?